In the last 30 days, I've spent some time checking out multiple indie games. Some new, some old, and some somewhere in between. I've played absolute bangers, and I wanted to make your search for finding the next awesome game easier with a top 10 list. So let's dive right in! Number 10. Tape to Tape. I never would have thought the mash of genres of roguelike and sports would be something that I would experience, let alone enjoy. But enjoy this little gem, I did. Tape to Tape begins with a washed-up hockey player aiming to be the best in the world, as all hockey players do, and you set out to create a hockey team. Each run of the tournament features a plethora of different playstyles and abilities as you customize your team and players. The unique builds and reasonable duration of runs gives the game great continuous replayability. As someone who has never watched hockey, this one actually piqued my interest with its combination of roguelike gameplay. I actually want to figure out hockey now. Leveling up my main character, slowly getting stronger, and finding deadly combinations was an enticing way to spend all my free time. And you should give it a chance too. It's only like 20 bucks. I never got a chance to try it out, but Tape to Tape does offer multiplayer. You should check it out. Seems like a great way to break the ice. Okay, my goal was never to tie you up, so let's move on. Number 9. Cassette Feast. Pokemon has carved its place in history, and it's not going anywhere. The lack of innovation on recent titles while still making bonker sales is straight up proof of that. Like, I don't know why they haven't done a Pokemon auto test yet, but whatever, Pokemon, I guess you don't like money. However, if you're like me and you want to explore the wonders of playing a Pokemon game for the first time, then you need to pick up Cassette Feast. Cassette Feast take a shot at the original formula while keeping the sense of exploration and monster hunting fresh. The game is encased in mystery, even grim at times, and the story just pulls you in while adding the sense of wonder that you'll experience in this weird limbo-like world. The art and dialogue makes this a heart-filled game, and the soundtrack is pretty killer too, especially when you hit the massive power spikes that I need to avoid talking about to prevent spoilers. This game is unique, and if you want to play Pokemon from 1997 all over again, pick up this one. I can't say much more because I don't want to spoil anything. Just do it. Please, just do it now! Number 8. Mark of the Ninja. Play Studios has been a staple for me. As you all know, I love Oxygen Not Included, and had a decent chunk of time in Don't Starve Together as well. It's a wonder I've never spent time in Mark of the Ninja before. With the recent remaster hitting shelves, I was able to revisit this old classic that put Clay on the map. The game design is fantastic, with multiple layers on how you can solve each stealth section. To quote IGN, "You really feel like a ninja, man!" Every aspect of being a ninja is here between stealth, creativity, problem solving, and even glorious assassinations. Seriously, you can go full murder hobo on this game and it just lets you. Mark of the Ninja does a great job of marrying difficulty and fun together. Those saints that are able to do a passive stealth run and succeed are straight up legends in my eyes. Kudos to you. Number 7. Red Lantern. Red Lantern is a delicious emotional journey met with legitimate danger in nature. You play as the Musher, yes, that's really her name, and she's voiced by Ashley Birch, who is a personal favorite of mine in any role she adorns. Aloy is a personal favorite. I love her Aloy. You pick 5 dogs to lead your sled and off you go into the wilderness to live a new life. Your immediate goal is to find your home, and you do this in a roguelite formula, slowly getting stronger and better at commanding your dog team as you learn the environment. You will feel attachment to your companions, absolute isolation in the wilderness, and a legitimate fear of predators. The animation does a great job with the dogs too. They feel personal, and Ashley's VO makes you care for them as if they were your own. Take your time with this one, as finishing it leaves some to be desired, as it essentially becomes a collector game afterwards. Like, you have different dogs you can do their stories with and whatnot, but that first journey, your first run, is so exhilarating, and it's worth the $25 price tag. Number 6. There is no game. As you can guess, there really is a game, but if you're like me and enjoy those meta games that speak to your heart, you might love this one. Stanley's Parable, Pony Island, and The Beginner's Guide are similar to how you'll be forced to think with this game. Some portions of There Is No Game straight up turn my brain to goo. Like, the puzzles are wild. Like, some of the solutions, I'm just like, really? Is that what was supposed to happen? However, this game is engaging and has a heartfelt story about game development under the surface that really drew me in. I love creators creating, and I really relate to their struggles. It was enticing enough that I actually finished the entire game in one sitting, which is a pretty rare occurrence to me. Check it out! Number 5. The TrikSlyr. I have a love-hate relationship with the TrikSlyr. This game is a challenge in itself, to the point where I would legitimately become angry with some of its design principles. But that frustration came from the enjoyment of how much I love the concept. It is really unique. This is a brutal bullet hell that features typing in Latin as your weapon of choice. My issue with the game came in the form of odd controls that were, of course, different. And then, of course, there were some boss fights where you just kind of had to sit and study them a little bit for some time to find their weakness that you could exploit. And after a few hours, that novelty kind of falls off, and I was found wanting more options in the game. I think I actually got like 70% through. I just kind of dropped it towards the end. I'm probably making mountains out of molehills, and it probably sounds like I hated the game, but really, I did enjoy it. I wanted to put it in the middle of the pack of this top 10 list because it is awesomely unique. It is different. It's something that I haven't seen before, and I think we could have more games like that in the future. This is as indie as it gets, so give it a try and think about it yourself. Number 4. Disney's Illusion Island. This game is a co-op platformer Metroidvania, or as some would say, a Mickeyvania? I know, Disney is huge, but I wanted to shout this one as it comes from the development team at D-Lala Studios. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And they've really made something different here. The cutscene animations are cute and are in line with personalities of Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy, who are all playable. The platforming is tight and precise, which is something I don't say about Switch games often. Sorry, Switch lovers, I just don't like the controls in most of the games they have. In terms of difficulty, the game starts out deceptively simple. Like, so simple that I almost quit the thing. Like, I was like, this is too easy. But this can be fixed by changing the difficulty settings, and the game does progress after a few hours into a more hardcore experience. Some hitboxes on bosses are admittedly questionable, but overall, the boss fights do their own thing and present an enjoyable experience. It's just a cute game. And sometimes we need to turn to indie games for that experience, and I'm hopeful we can get a sequel on this one because there's a lot of fun ideas they could incorporate in the future if they want to continue focusing on this idea of a Metroidvania platformer. Number 3. Gas Station Simulator. You ever just pick up a game or see a game and think, that looks stupid? Yeah, me too, and Gas Station Simulator is one of those games. Not many know this about me, but I used to work at a gas station named Quick Trip, and I was a manager back when I was a young baby-faced boy. And the experience I gained there was actually really useful in this game. It kind of brought me back a few years. To start, you're offered an old rundown gas station by your uncle, who is secretly a piece of shit, by the way. The game can be a little buggy. It can have some issues with character models as they're kind of stupid looking, and there is so much jank that you literally summon an alien UFO to come clean things up when the game breaks. But, and that's a big but, you'll spend a stupid amount of hours on it and you'll be grinning ear to ear when Dennis shows up and draws a penis on your station. Also, the party boss is a delight. Number 2. Doomblade. I've already released a video of Doomblade on my YouTube, and if you want in-depth thoughts about the game, go check that out. But for the purpose of this video, if you're into high-octane Metroidvanias that will get your blood flowing, this game has it all. You'll play as Gloom, who is a part of a race of creatures being tyrannized by radical dreadlords. She is given the power to fight back with the aid of the Doomblade, a large weapon that allows her to spin around the map as fast as your mouse can click. Through power-ups and exploration, you'll aim to stop the tyranny and take the map back. The atmosphere, the art, the soundtrack, and the gameplay sings with some great moments thanks to the 2-dev indie team, Moro Studios. And number 1, The Messenger. Some indie companies take risks, some make love letters to past games, and some just do their own thing while paying respect to games in general. And The Messenger hits on all 3 of these ideals. The Messenger features 8-bit and 16-bit graphics that cleverly switch back and forth due to in-game mechanics. And when it happens, oh my gosh, it feels not only right, but epic. The story is serious, but also lighthearted and fun. The platforming is clean, fair, and above all else, fun. This game is just fun. The soundtrack is everything you love about 80s and 90s gaming, but leveled up to modern day gaming. As you listen, you'll toe tap your way to victory between each stage, boss fight, and difficult platforming sections. To say you're doing yourself a disservice by not playing the Messenger is both a hyperbole and a true statement. The Messenger offers something unique, and while there are some criticisms of how the game tackles itself midway through, I still get to meet someone that didn't find something to love about the Messenger. It's that good. As always, if you enjoy my content, drop a like and subscribe. Please let me know below if there are any games I should check out in the indie scene, as I'll have to do this again in the near future. Let me finish up with a quick reminder to you all at home. I do stream 6 days a week over at twitch.tv/TrikSlyr. See you next time!